Hello, in this video we are going to be working with factorization. When we have an expression like the one I wrote over here, x plus 1 is being multiplied by x minus 3. If we apply the distributed property and we multiply each term from the first bracket against each term from the second bracket, then we will get x squared minus 3x plus x minus 3, which we can simplify by looking at the like terms, negative 3x plus x, to the expression x squared minus 2x minus 3. When we do this, we are expanding the expression. We want now to focus on the opposite process. We want, given an expression like x squared minus 2x minus 3, we want to be able to factorize it. So we want to write it as product of factors or as product of algebraic expressions. We're going to do this in different ways. The first way is that we're going to look by common factors. This is based on the simpler version of the distributed property that says that when we have a multiplied by b plus c, this is the same as multiply a plus b and then add a times c. So again, what I did here, going from left to right, is to expand, but we can also look at the equality and go to right from left, and we will be factorizing by finding the common factor, which in this case is a. So for instance, if I have 3x plus 3y, the factor that is common over here is 3. So we can write that this is the same as 3 multiplied by the bracket that has x plus y. And this is very easy to check that our work was correct because we can apply the distributed property again and see that we actually have 3x plus 3y. Okay, a few more examples. Let's say we have x squared plus 2x, and we want to factorize this. So we have to look at what is common over here, and we have one copy of x in both of our terms. So if we take the copy of x as common factor, then we are going to have inside the bracket x. That's the one that when we multiply 2x, we get back to the first term x squared, and then plus 2, so when we multiply 2 times x, we get back to 2x. If we have y squared minus 3y over here, again, the common factor is easy to see, is y. The small difference over here that we have to pay attention to is the fact that inside our bracket we're going to have a negative sign. So we will write y is multiplied by the bracket that has y minus 3. And then we can check y times y is y squared, and then negative 3 multiplied by y is negative 3y. Let me write one more example. Let's say over here we have 5x minus 15x squared. When we are factorizing, we want to fully factorize. So that means we want to find as many factors as possible. You will see over here that 5 is a common factor between the two terms, and also x is a common factor. So there is a 5x here, but there is also 5x hiding in 15x squared, since we can write that actually 15x squared is the same as 5 times 3 times x, and if I spread it out like this, then we can clearly see that we have a 5 and an x over here. So if I take 5x as common factor, inside the bracket I'm going to have, well, 1. So when we multiply 5x times 1, we get the first term 5x, and then minus, because we have a negative sign in the middle between the two terms in the original expression, and then we need 3x. The 5 multiplied by the 3 will give us 15, and the x multiplied by the x squared. One more. 7x plus 11y. Well, in this case, there is nothing common There is no constant that is common between 7 and 11. Those are prime numbers. And well, x and y are just x and y, and they don't have anything in common. So in this case, we are not able to factorize this expression, and that's okay. Sometimes that could happen. I have over here a few more expressions for us to factorize. Notice that it says over here that we want to fully factorize. Sorry, I'm trying to move this over here. We want to fully factorize the expression. That means that if we want to find as many common factors as possible. And notice that this expression has three terms, and that's okay. We will be also finding that the common one to all of them is a, and then a is going to be multiplied by a bracket where we're going to have three terms, a squared plus a plus 1, and this is my full factorization. Next one. We have over here 9x cubed minus 18xy. 9 is common to both expressions, and so is x. So inside my bracket, I'm going to be left with x squared minus 2y. And this is the full factorization. By the way, the noise you can hear are my kittens that are running around the house and being extremely active. I apologize for that. If they get closer, I'll pick them up so you can see how cute they are and you forgive them. Next one. What do I have in common between minus 5x and 15x squared? I do have 5, and I also have x. That's my common factor. And then inside the bracket, I'm going to have minus 1 plus 3x. And again, the nice thing about this is that I can always check my work because I can apply the distributive property again and go back to the original expression. 5x multiplied by negative 1 is negative 5x, and 5x multiplied by 3x is 15x squared. Yes, let's see the last two I have over here. So it could look a little bit more complicated, but if we focus on each of the terms are separated by plus or minus signs. In each of the terms, I have a bracket that is x plus 5 that is common to them. So that is actually my common factor. So I'll write x plus 5, and this is being multiplied by 3 plus x, and this is my full factorization. The last one, we have a term that is a times b times x minus 1, and another term that is c times x minus 1. What is common between those two terms is the bracket with x minus 1. So that's going to be my common factor. And then I'm going to be left with ab plus c. And this is the examples I wanted to show you.